Today's the last day for the Houston rodeo, and y'all literally showed y'all butts enough to make them people implement a dress code. If it was an adults only rodeo, I could understand, but with babies around, yeah, y'all was doing too much. So now you have your marching orders for next year, so please do better.
I said I'm never coming back again. Next I stepped away from the mirror. I got my mind made up now, cause I can see the future much clearer. What's happening? Let's see. Modern women don't do dress codes. That's what I might have to say. Um, this has been going on for a very long time. I know they use the rodeo as an excuse, but bro, like think about it. Maybe 3 years ago, right? Maybe 3 years ago. Um, Turkey Leg Hut implemented a dress code. You remember that? And a lady from DC got so mad about it, she flew here to Houston and walked in the Turkey Leg Hut naked, and it was filmed on social media. Okay, right after that, you got to remember the women with the bonnets and the pajamas in the airport. You know, to the point, I don't like that's been going on to this day. Even Monique talked about it, and it's like, yeah, but and I say modern women don't do dress codes because here's the thing. Y'all don't want to say it's y'all, but it's y'all. It's y'all. Like point blank period. It's y'all out here wilding. Um, I remember girls used to wear tight clothes. And then it went from tight clothes to there was a time where the girls would wear like basically underwear, the bra and boy short panties. And that with some heels, that'll be an outfit. Girls would go out like that. And the reason I remember this because when I was younger, one of the clubs I went to, um, at a time, it was a club. In the parking lot, there was a club, and then it was a restaurant that turned into a club in that same parking lot, and that became like a gay club. So it was a bunch of basically the girls, like the studs and the lesbians, was going there. So they was just out there, right? And then I would see that same dress code out other spots. Like it would be sprinkled here and there. Now the other thing I gotta say that people forget, especially in Houston, but not so, but in a general sense, there's a lot of strippers that go out and they dress revealing. Sometimes not as revealing as the other women, for the most part, not as revealing as other women because they strip for a living, but they're on the edge of the risque part. And some of y'all have been competing with strippers and sometimes internet porn stars because even online, some of the girls that was online are just women who just wanted to dress, scantily clad. And others, like that girl do porn and that girl's a stripper. You get what I'm saying? But y'all don't really y'all dressing like them, but they got a little bit more class than y'all to not show cheeks because you got to pay for that with them. So that's a whole other thing. Um, but y'all don't do dress codes. It's been a long standing thing with no, I'll take that back. They stopped because remember of all the dancing on the tables thing in the restaurants. That was a thing. And then now it's outside if you're not dressed like you selling, selling selling your body on Figueroa or out here was it Bissonnette, um, you out here fighting. And here's the other thing that I got to add to that. What I talked about earlier about when I used to go out, I'm in my mid 40s. I'm talking about 20 something years ago to now. And the reason I gotta say that is because it's women, it's women in their 20s, 30s, 40s out here tripping. Excuse me. And then I gotta add to that, there's really no dress code because think about it. What happens when you get on the internet? Instagram. Instagram is like almost porngram with some chicks. Man, I saw a chick today because I was looking for content. I couldn't put the video in here. She was singing gospel song in panties and a t-shirt, and you can see the print. And it's like y'all don't get it. But here's another thing that I gotta add to that. And I just gotta say this because I think it's relevant. I think a lot of y'all are single and horny, and y'all going and y'all really just throwing bait out there and hoping somebody catch it because y'all don't go on dates that no more. And it was girls that dressed provocative, but I think because people were dating more and people were going out more, you didn't you didn't overdo it. You didn't overdo it. There were girls that they were just fine, or they were fine, and the outfit was like, oh, whoo. But to the level it is now, and the age groups it's in now, it's like, oh, y'all just, you know, y'all need somebody to hit it raw, Prote- preferably with protection. But y'all looking around like y'all want to hit somebody to hit it raw, And I've had, like I've had girls who had it's close and they showing too much and the cheeks at the bottom. Been down that road, and a lot of times you would see it more because when they were drinking when they were drinking they would kind of loosen up on pulling a skirt down. So then it just as it rolls up, they not thinking nothing because they feeling it. They out there and it's like, okay. And then I gotta add, part of this dress code stuff is, and I hate to say this, there's no middle ground. This goes from my experience, bro. You have women in corporate America and in the professional world that people got to talk about their dress code. Sometimes they got a dress code issue, and sometimes they just got a body. So that's what I'm saying. That's a mixed bag. But you see that in the workplace. You see that when you go to, how can I say this? You don't see that when you go to like restaurants and stuff because they're uniformed out. I hate to do it, but like the people at the restaurant are not like that. But the patrons, you see that a lot. And then I really hate to do this. No, I don't, man. Forget it. Forget it. Listen, y'all don't got no middle ground. Let me just get right to it. Y'all don't got no middle ground. Either you out here walking around like you don't know how to brush your teeth and wash your ass, you know, dressing like you just woke up out of bed, or you go to the other extreme of, hey man, this outfit say bend me over, and it's like, damn. And it's one thing like if it's young girls, you're like, okay, they're young, they're young, they feeling free, they hot, whatever. But you in the 30s and 40s pulling this, it's like, all right, dog, I get it. I get it. And when I say it's no, they don't have a dress code in front of the kids. You remember they had to have the thing telling the mothers to stop coming to school any kind of way. That's a thing. That was a thing. So for me, it just keeps escalating and escalating and escalating. And all you ladies are competing with who can be, the most fashionable hoe outside. And it's like, damn, like this is what we doing? Okay, fine. And then that's why I say it's like for attention and horny purposes because they're like, y'all don't know how to dress like adults. Y'all don't know how to look sexy without being revealing. Y'all don't know how to look sexy in a regular old outfit. Y'all don't know how to put it together no more. Like it's just let me get as naked as I can. It's like, bro, and to the point where it's become unattractive because it's like, oh, here we go again. Because usually that how can I say that whole attire comes with a bad attitude. It's not you don't have a bubbly personality and a fun loving and having it's not that. It's dress like a hoe, act like you know a WWE diva, like ready to go for the title. It's just like, okay, that's enough. I'm tired of this. And then going back to the thing about like the strippers and the porn stars, y'all are dressing like them. So everybody pretty much sometimes uniform look the same. And then sometimes I gotta say this. Um and this is happening less. It used to be where women just had a body, right? And what they wore, it was like what they wore was like, you know, god dang, like other women were insecure about it. That's what I would say. Other women were insecure, like, why she gotta wear that? Like, she wearing regular clothes. It's just she fine. It's different. But y'all are like, you know, from below average to fine dressing this way because everybody has this body positivity all the way up the scales from ones to tens. And it's like, yeah, y'all just scantily clad. Y'all want to go everywhere showing everything because, like I said, y'all just horny. And don't nobody want y'all. And part of the reason why people don't want y'all like that is because you go out like this. You for the streets. You dress like you for the streets. You act like you for the streets, but you looking for a man. You looking for some dick. That's all you gonna get. Just because I dress like what was Dave Chappelle? Just because I dress this way, you know, doesn't mean that I'm a hoe. It's like, yeah. And it don't. Fine. But it don't mean I gotta take you serious either. But I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Y'all tell me what you think. Peace.